Alright, here we go. Let's go.
The sun is shining, tailgates are humming, and we're getting set for another terrific college football matchup. Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see, the Judicials taking on a team from the American, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started.
.79 overcast.
And the Blue Hens will put total weather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Judicials offense will get the football first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's York. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This is a fullback who can be a weapon in this offense. He can block, you can hand it off to him, he can also catch the ball.
The Judicials come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first down, running the read to the right. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. And the Judicials will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So Delaware's offense will go to work for the first time today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressures. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're
turning it on. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Safe completion on the screen. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They feed him again. And they keep him out of the end zone. He's run out of bounds at the 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Touchdown,
There you go.
Blue Hens! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now this offense will take the field again. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. On the option. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got nothing on first down, now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll run the option. They'll pitch it. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The Judicials decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Looking for room, it's Silver.
Damn.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Caught behind the line. It's Patterson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's LeBoy. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
That's cool.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Trying to keep this drive alive. The Blue Hens brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in 4th and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
To the air on 2nd down. Fakes the grab. Snowed under by the defense.
Okay.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That's caught. It's LeBoy. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Blue Hens are moving quickly down the field. On the move, it's Silver. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Leaves it with the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to throw it.
No.
Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big gain for the offense.
On the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps. For anyone who can have the football, they were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
The option look. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Here comes the heat. Finds his man. It's May. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Yeah. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Takes the handoff. It's Silver. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Steps away to find some room. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on.
Eligible receiver.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Blue Hens now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Blue Hens will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Caught over the middle. It's LeBoy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Complete downfield. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. The Blue Hens are rolling down the field. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Finds his big tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Line getting set on second down. Might be calling a hot route. They'll run play action. Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
And the Blue Hens have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Delaware.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but they're in the birthplace of college football. This one is close. They're up by 10 over Ohio. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Goes to the option. Worked his way out across the 35, got it up to the 37-yard line, but still a little bit short of the line to gain. It'll be fourth down.
Man, interesting play call on 3rd and long. I think we're thinking pass and which matchup do they try to exploit, and they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, they run the option very unsuccessfully, small gain, and now we got 4th down.
They boot it away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. To the ground with the back. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Got room to work. He's loose. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Silver. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They are trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan, and they are executing beautifully.
The Blue Hens can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Plucks it out of the air. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This offense is clicking. Everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the Blue Hens have this offense rolling. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Back open in the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. The linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so trying to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on 4th down and short. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Runs through a tackle. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Gets the back moving. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Give to the fullback. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. Here comes the option.
Nice.
Turning on the Jets. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. It is good. Had to settle for the field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gonna take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and that's gonna do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Judicials will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Out of the chute, quick toss.
There we go.
Still on his feet at the 45. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
Yeah, the receivers got to do a better job in ball security there with all those defenders trying to rip it free, and this offense is lucky they were able to jump on it to keep possession.
The Blue Hens, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Running to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And the Blue Hens trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield.
No, that's
Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. And they'll get him down after a solid return. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call.
maybe. I don't know.
The Blue Hens will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He might want another play. Off the play fake. Quickly complete.
Nice.
Got enough space. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And the Blue Hens trying to cash it in on 1st and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
You know, it's tough to start a year. You got to go into a hostile environment, play a good team. They weren't able to get that win, but they've looked entirely different in this one. Playing at home, they've been feeding off of the energy of their crowd. They've executed better, and they're going to feel real good after this win.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USF has had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 14 to Boise State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. On the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Motion from the back. He'll ride his man on the option. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
When you've already set your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Might as well stick with him. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down. So the PI penalty cost the defense 15 and a fresh first down for the O. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Handoff to the lone back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Motion from the wideout. With jet sweep pass.
There we go.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Delaware. And the stomping has commenced.
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Now on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
FCS.
Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
He'll toss it. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Judicials will punt it away on 4th down. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And the returner will be knocked down. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stop.
20 rushes for 30 yards. Get him out of the game.
Hold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive, attack, come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
On 3rd down, going up top. Got him downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Here's the handoff. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time, you get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Got his man. There he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Blue Hens are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Patterson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. On the option. Now the pitch. What a run. Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Bold up. Touchdown, Delaware. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play.
It's a seam wide open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll run the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
On the option. Quick toss. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking. Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The option look. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Judicial.
And with that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Lining up to add another.
Is on for the extra point.
splits those uprights right in half. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Bowling Green is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 21 over the Judicials. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Wide receiver going in motion. The snap sets up the throw. Makes the grab. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And last week was great for this young man, but man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level, just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. The Blue Hens come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run it from the gun. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but here's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass.
There you
He's
go.
got it and still on his feet. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up for the PAT. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Oh, shit.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Sends it back in motion. Got it behind the line. It's O'Neal. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. And the Judicials just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. The give to the big fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Takes the handoff. It's O'Neal. Got some room, headed to the goal line. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Making side adjustments here. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
That's good.
Makes the grab. It's Patterson. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And the Blue Hens will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Trying play action. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team.